How's it going, y'all? And welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a good fall and enjoying those nice colors we got going on. In this video, I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could find every species of Scoter that we've got living in Ontario. Now we have 3 species that live in North America: the surf Scoter, the white-winged Scoter, and the black Scoter, a bird that would be a lifer for me and is easily identifiable by the black plumage and the yellow knob. So join me as we go out and look for some sea ducks. Now, eBird was saying that all 3 of these species could be found pretty regularly at Confederation Beach down in Hamilton, so that's where I went to go check. The fall colors were beautiful, and the temperature could not have been better. As soon as I got down to the beach, I noticed a huge raft of ducks that was maybe about 50 feet out from the shore. Before scanning through all of them, I decided to check out the birds that were a little bit closer to the shore, one of which had made quite the mess on these rocks. Sitting on the larger rocks was a group of about 13 ring-billed gulls, a species easily identifiable by the ring around its bill. Not far away was a small group of Canada geese, which are always fun to observe. After spending some time with the gulls and geese, I decided to turn my attention to the ducks that were now a little bit closer to shore. As some ducks flew in, I quickly noticed my first surf Scoter, easily identifiable by that bright orange bill of theirs. Amongst the Scoters was a small group of common goldeneye, which are one of my favorite ducks. By far the most numerous bird on the water that day was the second species on my list, the white-winged Scoter. A gorgeous species of sea duck that can be identified by the signature white stripe on its wing. Amongst these sea ducks was the species I most wanted to see, the black Scoter. Although these females lack the characteristic yellow knob of the males, they are still easily identifiable amongst the other species of Scoter, thanks to the two-toned head and neck and the more rounded shape of the head. After spending some time with the Scoters, I decided to turn my attention to the dried-up pond that was close by the beach. I soon realized that this pond was a favorite spot for a number of great blue herons. One of these pterosaur-like birds was hanging out in a tree. After walking around the pond for a little bit, I found this absolutely adorable downy woodpecker. All in all, it was a great day of birding, as I got to add the black Scoter to my life list. Quick Scoter fact for you. In Europe, there are 2 species which look remarkably similar to our black and white-winged Scoter, these being the common Scoter and the velvet Scoter. Both of these illustrations being brought to you by a Danish bird guide that I'd found in an antique store. At the same antique store, I found this book entitled Birds of the Northern Forest, which contains several excellent illustrations of various birds, including the white-winged scoter. The detail of these illustrations is truly something to behold. Here are some of my favorites. A couple of weeks ago, a good friend of mine asked me if I wanted to explore some old ruins of an abandoned mill not far from my apartment. How could I say no? After exploring the mill, we decided to check out an old farmhouse just outside of Guelph.
I think the ruins are across the field, like in that little stand of trees.
Oh, okay.
Like across the field. Over there somewhere.
Unbeknownst to me, back at my apartment, my girlfriend and some of my friends were hard at work by putting together an elaborate Jurassic Park theme party to celebrate my 27th birthday.
Birthday boy.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Would you like this? That was super cute. These look super like
A couple of days later, I decided to do a bit more birding at a local trail not far away from my apartment. Although the fall colors were beautiful, I really didn't get to see a whole lot of birds, aside from this red-bellied woodpecker. Little did I know that I get to see one of my favorite birds just a short ways down the trail. The turkey vulture. Although most people don't give the turkey vulture a second thought, I think they are just the most beautiful bird. There's something truly mesmerizing about the way that they effortlessly glide over thermals. Turkey vultures also play an important role in our ecosystems. Thanks to their strong stomach acid, they can break down carrion that contain diseases such as tuberculosis and even rabies, thus stopping the spread of these deadly pathogens. If it weren't for turkey vultures, the world would be a much more dangerous place. A few days later, I was working on some very important schoolwork when I decided that I wanted to go for a walk. So I decided to head down to the Grand River, which is not far away from my apartment. As I walked along my favorite path, I saw two shapes in the trees that looked a tad out of the ordinary. Upon closer inspection, I realized that it was two juvenile BlackCrowned night herons, a species that I had never gotten close looks at. So, I doubled back, grabbed my camera, and got to filming. With a great deal of luck, I was able to get some good footage of one of these cuties, giving himself a little scratch. I was also extremely happy to capture some footage of these juveniles giving themselves a preen. For those of you who are watching these videos, I really appreciate you. The channel just recently surpassed 30 subscribers, and by this time next year, I really hope to have made it to 50. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Go bird or go home.